I've never even heard of Raggedy Ann. What? Not a clue. We are over, what, 5? Generic Control and the Duck Goose. We're back with some more nostalgic good videos. Today we are reacting to the Freakiest Raggedy Ann movie. I have no idea what Raggedy Ann is. I've never even heard of Raggedy Ann. So I don't even know what this is going to be. Last week I did the Brave Little Toaster, and the week before that I did, oh, what was it? It was Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which are 2 movies I had never even heard of, and then I watched a nostalgia critic video. So we're doing the same thing today with the Freakiest Raggedy Ann. Never heard of it. This was suggested in the comment section. I read every single comment. You want to check out last week's video? I'll leave it right up there. Also link down below in the description. Also a playlist on my channel with all the other nostalgia critic videos. Go into chronological order if you want to check those out. But no idea who Raggedy Ann is. Not a clue. This video is a year old, 250,000 views. Not too shabby if I do say so myself, but I have no idea. So the comments are going to be great. I read every single one of them, and let me know what you want me to react to next on Nostalgia Critic. And if you see one you agree with, definitely like it, and that is pretty much the deciding factor as to what I'm going to react to next by Nostalgia Critic is whatever video it is, and whatever one has the most likes. Definitely leave some down below, because I do see it, and that's how I decided this one. But shout out to patrons, they get videos day early, live tonight. I have a paywall channel. Couldn't do this without them. But let's go ahead and jump into the Freakiest Raggedy Ann movie. Alright, skip the intro.
Brought to you by ExpressVPN. The best VPN there is.
I've never even heard of Raggedy Ann.
Today.
Not a clue. Literally, not a clue what this is going to be about. What makes it freaky? I have no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold the outcast.
Oh, wait.
The creepy and depraved.
Wait, this is what he did for last week's, wasn't it?
Not meant for the normal wild. Embrace the twisted weirdness of freak show cinema.
Freak show cinema.
Yeah,
Which-
I wanted to try something a little different. As I
Raggedy
get
Ann.
older and a lot of media
Mulan.
gets safer with
Never
some
seen
exceptions,
Mulan.
I wanted to look over some of the
Ew.
freakier movies of cinema. Some are well known, others not as much, but they all went for
What is
broke in
that?
giving us the most strange, abnormal, yet creative
What are
and
you?
full of madness their
Looks like Ben Franklin.
imaginations can muster. And I wanted
No
to
idea.
praise their otherworldliness because if you can't imagine something different, you'll be stuck with the same all your life. With that said, what pops in your mind
What's
when you
going
hear
on
the
in
name
these?
Raggedy Ann? A cute little dolly, an occasional special you saw here.
Oh, that's
or
what
there,
that thing's
a cursed
called?
Gateway to evil preserved in glass, inspiring several demonic film
Not a big fan of
adaptations?
dolls.
My guess is the director of this thought the latter. Raggedy Ann and Andy, a musical adventure, was released in
And
1977 and was directed by the late great
77,
animator
20 years
Richard
before I was
Williams,
born.
the director of animation
Also, my
for
birthday
Who
is
Framed Roger Rabbit.
coming up
Though taken
Saturday.
both a
Oh.
theatrical and VHS
Reacted to that a
release,
couple weeks
there's
ago.
not many high-end copies of it, and it's a shame because this movie is a witch's brew of bizarro. The story sounds very simple. A girl's room of toys, led by Raggedy Ann, welcome a French girl named Babette to her new home. But
What's
a
her name?
A pirate falls for her, rises
snow
and
globe.
falls and rises and falls. Oh God! And kidnaps her,
What?
forcing Anne and her brother Andy to save her while coming across all sorts of strange characters. Sounds pretty ordinary.
Okay,
upon
but they're
further
just
viewing,
like
you'll find
toys?
it's anything but. No matter what version of Raggedy Ann you've seen in the past, I assure you there is nothing freakier than this one.
I've seen the
I
doll
mean,
before. I've
look
never
at
known there was any
this.
movies.
Is this the imagery you would associate with such a simple children's doll?
Nothing would surprise me anymore, honestly.
I don't feel so well.
That was a hell of a thing.
Well, to figure out what exactly we're looking at, it makes sense to figure why we're looking at it.
Well, yeah, why?
20th Century Fox
Who came up
assigned
with
Dave
this?
Levitow, a Warner Brothers animator who directed Gay Paris.
What is that?
That's its own batch of what? To helm the
Its
project
own
with
batch
Mr.
of
Williams
what?
being
Yeah,
the
dude,
animation
what?
Supervisor. Just to make things complicated, though, he died before they started. Seeing this as a means to get funding for his passion project, The Thief and the Cobbler, Williams took over directing. There was just one problem. He hated the script. He said it was unfocused, didn't make a ton of sense, and there were too many songs. When the studio apparently said film what's written, critics slammed the movie for, you guessed it, being unfocused, not making a ton of sense, and having too many songs.
Imagine
But
who
Williams
would
didn't
have
half-ass.
thought that was going to happen.
He put as much
Whoever.
effort as he could into, at the very least, giving some damn good animation. One of the few elements critics
For
praised the film
1977, yeah, it's
for.
pretty good.
The film is a marvel to look at. The credits alone are ridiculously detailed. But okay, the vibe you would get from this script is that it's Toy Story before Toy Story was even a thing. And for the
When did
first
Toy
half
Story
hour,
come out?
It is.
It was in the
opening
90s,
half
right?
hour is just the toys in the nursery, singing songs and not really saying any amazing dialogue, but for a little kid's
They're
film,
just
it's
singing.
passable. When they go looking for the captain and Babette, the first character they come across is a camel with wrinkled knees. He's been alone for so long, he hallucinates his family calling to him and constantly chases after them.
I don't
That's
see
sad.
anything, Andy. Do you?
This is really weird.
That That camel's
Odd,
stripping balls.
but you could just interpret him as a lost toy. It's nothing that out of the ordinary. And then this.
What's that?
What is these
This
sound
is the
effects?
movie you're in now. This
That-
is the Greedy, a giant monster who stuffs his face and wants to cut out Raggedy Ann's heart because it's made of candy.
It's her heart
Is
now,
it?
but soon it will be
about
mine.
Andy?
What the hell?
After they come across a loony
I didn't
knight
sign up for
named
this.
Loony Knight.
Looney Night named Looney Night.
He takes
Also,
them
y'all
to
were
the
very
court of
upset
King Cuckoo, which
that-
goes something like this.
I didn't know about the Three Musketeers and the All for One and One for All thing. I thought that was just a My Hero thing.
Last
Apparently
time I saw
not.
them in something, they were giving a pumpkin to a kid. How do we make the leap to this? And none of these are
Drugs.
like the toy seeing everyday things from a different point of view. No. All these freaky ass shits just exist.
Your Highness.
You mean lowness? Yeah, lowness.
Lowness.
That's what it is.
King Cuckoo is very short, but he grows whenever he laughs. Like, Laughro. They escape, but find Babette has
Stop.
somehow taken over the ship, put the captain in
What?
chains.
I am the captain now.
That's very un-French of you. I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now.
And even trussed up our heroes, ending with the king tickling
Weren't they
everyone,
not trying to
causing
save
him
them?
to grow bigger, eventually exploding, and then they're just back home. Yeah, the girl finds him and just brings him in. The end.
And there's like some
I
live
don't know
action.
what script problems they're talking about. I followed all this fine once I did bath salts. Even before coming across the first supernatural element, though, the film has all sorts of hilariously uncomfortable moments.
Why does he
go
do
banging
that?
around with Marcella.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
Part of Richard Williams' brilliance
What
is
is
his
that from?
attention to detail, so all the characters move with the proper weight they would possess. So Raggedy Ann, being a floppy ragdoll, moves maybe a little too much like a floppy ragdoll.
It's true, I do get bounced around a bit.
Come on, give those dead
okay.
eyes a little bit of life. Ah! Go back to Wilkins' puppet!
How shocking.
Wilkins
The years
Coffee?
has gone back and forth whether or not Raggedy Ann and Andy were sweethearts
Oh wait,
or brother and sister.
did I ever react to the video of all the
Clarified
Wilkins
several
Coffee?
times that they're siblings.
You lay off my sister, Sir Leonard.
But that doesn't stop some awkward gestures and stares every once in a while.
I love you so.
You're my present
Oh,
this year.
oh yeah, and it's
And I
the
question
brother
it a
sister
lot. And then of course there's these damn
with
things.
the Folgers.
I must not fear. Fear is the night killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I have no idea what these things are supposed to be.
Are they
Dolls,
like
I guess,
mannequin,
but
like
what
little toy
girl
mannequin
wants to
things?
See these naked chipmunk-voiced demons under her Christmas tree. Everything they say is sung, danced in unison, and ends with their eyes pouring acid on your crumb of nightmare-fueled innocence. They are terrifying.
What's in the
Yeah.
box? What's in the box? What did you do?
It must have been easy to animate them because you just kind of like, you know. Well, actually, back then, was this all written or like drawn animation, or did they use software? I imagine it was software of some kind
Need a break?
that they draw.
I gotcha.
Wait, I hated the thing.
We now return to ExpressVPN. Zany! Honey, how did you
Let's not
choose
just skip
which
Reddit.
internet server provider to use?
Oh, honey, the
I
sad
don't use
thing
a
is
VPN.
most of us have very little choice because ISPs operate like monopolies in the regions they serve.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We then use this monopoly power to take advantage of customers. Data caps, streaming throttles, the list goes
Ha ha
on.
ha! But worst of all, many ISPs log your internet activity and
Look.
sell that data onto other big tech companies or advertisers.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry, honey. To prevent my ISPs from seeing my internet activity, I protect all my devices with ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN? What
Okay.
It's a simple app for your computer or smartphone that encrypts
Boy,
all
did
your
he
network
even
data
knew.
and tunnels it through a secure VPN server.
So that your ISP
You know he
can't see
recorded
any of your
this part
activity?
first and then did the
Honey,
voiceover
just
later.
think about how much of your life is on the internet.
A lot.
A lot.
I didn't know that.
A lot.
Sadly,
A
every
lot
site
of-
you
a
visit,
lot.
video
A
you
lot.
watch, or message
A
you
lot.
send gets tracked by ISPs or other tech giants who can then sell your information for profit.
Why, is that the reason you recommend ExpressVPN as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISPs?
It's like we're married or something. You just download.
I've
the
never
app,
used
tap
the
one
VPN.
button on your device, and you're
But
protected.
if VPN wants to reach
ExpressVPN does
out
all this without slowing
and
your
offer a
connection.
That's
sponsorship,
why it's rated the #1
Down to
VPN
try.
service by CNET and Wired.
Darling, I want to
What is that
share
face?
this with everyone!
You can! You can stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine
I gotta say
your data and
ISP instead
sell
of
all
internet
your
service
information.
provider.
Protect yourself with the VPN
What?
I trust to keep me private online. Visit expressvpn.com/nostalgiacritic.
3 extra months. Man, they are making a crazy profit margins.
.com/nostalgiacritic to get 3 extra
And doing those
months
things
for
really
free.
does help out.
Until I say ha!
You mean I can go to expressvpn.com/nostalgiacritic right now to learn more?
You can? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
This was a very interesting ad read.
Zany.
Oh, wow.
I'm scared.
Like our videos? Subscribe to be notified about them. Want
Subscribe to my channel.
be notified about them? Click on that bell as well. Also,
Which
don't forget
doesn't
to check
really
us out
even
on
work.
Twitch. Playing
I need to stop by one of
some
those
jokes,
streams.
and
I
overall
wonder.
having a good time.
I know Doug and Rob know I exist, and apparently the dude that played no, not better. No, never be better.
Obsession with
Apparently the
making
dude that played Jared
resulted in
Leto's
going over
Joker
budget,
in one of the
over
videos
schedule,
also knows
and
about me.
Sadly, a common occurrence for him
Crazy.
being fired
Thank you
from
so
the
much for
project.
watching these videos.
Because of this, parts from the movie seem straight up unfinished. Like I mentioned before, the ending is incredibly abrupt and doesn't make a lick of sense. And on top of that, song numbers that were most likely going to be shot in more detailed were suddenly filmed from a great distance. Most of the sequence, Candy Hearts and Paper
wow.
Flowers, is shot so that you can't see them lip sync the song. In fact, one shot holds for almost an entire minute. This isn't exactly the most
Really?
beautiful visual to hold on, guys. Though I guess it is less ugly than...
Yeah, those things.
This resulted in the film bombing pretty hard at the
Who
box
did kill?
office, getting less than glowing praise from critics, and confusing tons of horrified kids, as these clearly not paid children will tell you.
Not paid children.
The plot was really, really good.
It was very
Really?
exciting. A lot
The
of
kids.
action. The music got to me in a very certain way.
What?
As such, it was quickly
What?
forgotten about.
Do you need an
making
adult?
appearances on kids' TV like Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel. And yes, it is very easy to see why the majority of people wouldn't get into this, but I still stand by there's a lot to appreciate. Aside from the most obvious,
No, for
being
1977 it looked good.
breathtaking when it's literally not trying to take away your breath. There is an innocent, albeit awkward charm to the film. It's clearly written for little children, but the actors all give
Little
a
babies.
dedicated kind of energy to their roles. Didi Khan as Anne, who you may remember as Frenchie from Grease, adds a very
Nope.
delicate and gentle
Never seen it.
delivery.
Lots of different things. Some are real for sure strange.
Mark Baker adds a tough but kind balance to Andy.
Are you scared?
Who is he supposed to be? Do I know him?
I'm not.
And others like George S. Irving as the captain, Alan Suze as the knight, and Marty Brill as the king.
The
are
Dr.
so
Seuss.
wonderfully over the top, it's hard not to laugh at the absurdity of their voices.
Oh, do some more to this one here. I mean, he makes me expand real good.
I know. I heard it too.
Even the director's daughter as the kid who owns the toys adds a strange kind
Oh,
of realism to a film
okay.
with very little realism in it. Every scene has a ton of atmosphere and a very distinct mood. True, they don't all go together, but individually they do strike a very unique kind of ambiance. One of the major criticisms of the film is that it has too many songs, and at a whopping 16
How many
for an
16
hour and a
songs?
half flick. That's the same number as Sound of Music, a 3-hour flick. It's a legit criticism.
Wow.
But here's
I've
the
never
thing. The songs
Sound of
are
Music, no.
actually really good. They were written by Joe Raposo, the guy who
Who?
did It's Not Easy Being Green, the Great Muppet
Nope.
Caper songs, and
Nope.
a ton of work for Sesame Street.
Well,
What's so
that
interesting
explains
is
why I don't
because of
know
his
him.
background in children's
Ever heard of him.
entertainment, the songs needed to not only be catchy, but also short for their limited attention spans. Because of this, even though there are way too many of them and they rarely further the plot, I can play just a snippet of them and chances are you'll remember how they go.
Really?
Can you be?
Never heard this before.
The reason that
Nope.
is cause I love you.
What?
Everything I've waited for.
Push me, shove me, turn me around, but I'm no girl's toy.
For decades, unless
We
you
are
were
over,
Disney,
what,
A
5?
lot of songs in kids' films were pretty forgettable.
Care
which
Bear
is why
movie,
it's
The Swamp
crazy
Princess?
that for a kid's
Just keep
film
showing me
with
other things I've never
16
seen before.
songs
Come
in
on.
them, I remember how almost every single one of them goes. Yes, they do halt what little story there is from moving forward, but they're catchy, clever, and extremely hummable. I know it's not like the guy doesn't have enough popular works to his name, but it is a shame a musical with so many good songs is not only forgotten about, but also dismissed because there's simply too many of them. Too much of a good thing.
Too many good songs.
It is still a good thing. Because of those reasons, I can't like this as a great film or even a finished film, but it's so lavishly odd, it can never be forgotten. I love how insane it is. I love how it goes from one random thing to another because you have no idea what to expect.
Wild.
Except that it'll be something well animated, creative,
But
and
it's
heavy
memorable,
humming
kind of.
afterwards. When it's good on a technical and sometimes whimsical level. When it's bad, it's the most fascinating kind of bad. Despite all its production,
Yeah, because you're wondering,
it
like,
went
who
all
created
out,
this? Why?
And it clearly shows in the end product, even if the end product is a mess. I hope more people check it out for all the hard work that went into it, and whether it's a pro or a con, for its unforgettable night terrors
not
it sure
these
do
things.
induce. Maybe if it gets talked about and shared around enough, a proper DVD
Well, your video is definitely
Blu-ray
helping.
release could be in the future. But with it only existing
Would
on
it? Probably not.
pan-scan VHS and rare widescreen versions online, it sadly
Really?
doesn't look likely. Rumor has it there's not even an original
Does he
negative left to transfer from. But
Really?
who knows? Maybe
Why
over
is
time
that?
more of it will show up somewhere. If you can find a
What?
version of it,
They
though,
got rid of the
go ahead and
actual
spread the
original?
word. If for any other reason, to spread the madness everyone deserves to ponder and question.
I'm scared.
I have a few of these planned, but if there's any freaky-ass movies you want to see represented more, leave them in the comments below. I'm the nostalgic.
I read all of your comments, so
you don't
please let
have
me know what you want the next video to be. That's actually how I decided this video was.
The way
This
you
video
go
was
banging
suggested.
around with Marcella.
Whoa, what?
Whoa, what? Yeah,
Hey, Doug Walker here doing
whatever
charity
the
shout-out,
most
and
liked
this
comment
one this
is,
week
that's
again
a
was
request for
recommendation.
Nostalgia
Again,
Critic will
thank
be
you
the
all
one.
so much for the recommended charities. And this one is the Arkansas Food Bank. This is the largest hunger relief organization in Arkansas, offering innovative programming
Okay.
focused on serving hungry
Why is it Arkansas, not
Arkansans?
Arkansas?
Am I saying that right? Hopefully I am. With healthy and nutritious food.
Wait, what do you call people from
Programs
Arkansas?
Like food for kids, food for families, and food for seniors provide food and other resources for
Arkansas?
more than
No?
400 food
Arkansans?
pantries, schools, shelters, senior centers, and other agencies that directly aid hungry people in Arkansas. Just in case
Hungry
I'm
people.
saying that wrong. Okay, I'll try it again. Arkansans. I hope I'm saying that right. But the food bank
sounds
is
like
also
Kansas.
a proud member of Feeding America, which we've also talked about.
Feeding America,
before.
which Ryan
Charity
Trahan's
shout-out
doing right
for,
now.
and also has 4 stars on Charity Navigator. So as you can tell, this is a very, very good charity. Check them out, and thank you again to those who recommended it. And if you have more charities to recommend, please send them in. You know, there's so many people doing so much good work, and you can spread
Beast
the word and
Philanthropy,
support them.
like
And this
Mr.
is a
Beast's
real
channel.
good one
Watch
right
every
here.
single one of his
So check
videos.
them out, and thank you so much.
Okay. It's always cool. It's always great that he does little charity shout out things. I love including in my video. I'm not sure why we just have 10 minutes of nothing, or 10 seconds of nothing here. But that was the Freakiest Raggedy Ann movie. So that's the name of that doll. The name of that doll is called Raggedy Ann. Is that because like she looks raggedy and she's just like a doll that just kind of like flops around and stuff? Is that why she's raggedy? Is that what the definition of raggedy means? Means like it's like thrown together almost? I have no idea. But this was an interesting movie. Those little nightmare demon things are definitely a nightmare demon thing. Huh. That was wild. Like I said, let me know what the next video from Nostalgia Critic is you want me to react to. Like I said, it's usually whatever the most liked request is usually the one that wins. So if you see one that you will also agree with, make sure you like it, because that definitely makes the chances of it happening a lot higher. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to be live streaming at 5 p.m. over on Twitch, playing Minecraft Monday. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually thinking about to max out my beacon. And I might do another wither fight just because they're so easy for me. I'm also looking for a warden. That's a little bit scary. Might run into a warden. I haven't seen one of those in the game yet. But this was an interesting video and I enjoyed it. And I hope you did too. And I hope it made your day just a tiny little better. Hope you're subscribed. Maybe check out the Patreon. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. But until the next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing asshole.